This is the state of the world. Catalytic conversations with leaders who are reinventing the web and building trusted technologies for the future of humanity. Brought to you by EXO, the Internet of Impact.
Well, it's a great pleasure to have you on the show today, Jeffrey. We get to chat quite a bit about the initiatives that we're doing together. But today we're going to just spend 15 minutes focusing on some catalytic ideas and what's currently got our attention and your attention about the state of the world. Before we jump into that, could you just introduce yourself very quickly to the listeners?
Yeah, sure. Thank you for having me. Hi, everyone. I'm Jeffrey Hu. I'm the research director of EarthNet and also head the strategy, also the technology research for the as well as ecosystem development for the EarthNet right now. So for EarthNet, actually, it's one of the first mainnet launched in Cosmos ecosystem, and EarthNet has some unique features to promote distributed business. For example, like the interchain service. And we also have the first mainnet connected by Cosmos Hub by the IBC protocol, and also the first mainnet that enabled the NFT module in Cosmos ecosystem, which I believe we will talk a lot in today's show. Yeah, and from the support of the Interchain Foundation, I think we will continue to contribute more for the whole ecosystem.
That's great, thank you, Jeffrey. So. If I could ask you, what today has got your attention about the state of the world? Obviously, in the past couple of days, we've seen the publication of the latest climate crisis report, and it's really bad news. What's got your attention?
Yeah, exactly. I think the environment protection and also the climate change, I think got my most attention recently because, the extreme weather events are happening, I think, more and more frequently than ever before. Like the heavy rains happening in many places and also flooding around the world this summer, like in China and also Germany and other places in the world. So I think this should be a very distinct experience of the greenhouse effect for many people, including myself. I didn't realize these problems even before this very bad incident before. So, but I think many people also are claiming that we will maybe experience more and more of this kind of extreme weather if we don't do anything about this. So my attention for the state of the world right now is most about like the some method that can solve this problem, like the carbon emission, carbon neutrality, and I think which will be quite a solution for that. And also I think that we can use a blockchain to maybe one of the solution to for this kind of the problem, because the environment protection, I think it is a teamwork from all over the world. So it's where the blockchain can really help. So our development team, Bianjie, recently is also thinking more and more about how we can use the blockchain technology to help this kind of carbon neutrality recently.
Yeah, so I mean, I think this is a strong theme, is that what used to be something of an abstract concept around climate has now become something very much that we experience in our daily lives, and it's something that affects us directly, personally, and it's becoming more and more tangible. And I guess the same thematically around technologies. So for most people, blockchain technology has been something of an enigma and intangible, confusing. But recently, it's become a lot more tangible, particularly as we've seen the craze around NFTs and the ownership of art, and people really starting to participate. I know certainly in my social networks, the kids of friends of mine, they all have accounts now, and they're trading on art NFTs and music NFTs and so on. So this is a big shift. And we've been working together with IrisNet on this NFT and the new generation of NFT standards. What do you think that you're working on currently that has got the most potential to have a catalytic change in the state of the world, particularly in relation to the issues that you spoke about climate change?
Yes. Currently, we are several things we are doing around this is on the application layer, or maybe on the solution layer. We are working on some enterprise applications and products to solve this kind of problem, like by the green finance. Because green finance utilizes a market-based price mechanism to help us which we can achieve the goal of the carbon neutrality. And we can leveraging some digital finance, especially the blockchain technologies, to help to ensure this kind of the accuracy and also the transparency of the carbon emission calculations, and also the this kind of the carbon emission rights related trades. So but some several problems still exist in this kind of the whole process, like in the generation and also the circulation process of this kind of the so-called carbon credits, including like there are some difficulties in like the data collection and also the verification. There are some complexity in this kind of the process. So and also there are some big enterprises and also big companies. They are worrying about their business data, so how they can protect this their business secrets during this carbon trade. So we provided the solution for this kind of the carbon source and the carbon emission trading based on our enterprise blockchain product called Arita, and also its NFT module. I think this, as I mentioned before, we use the NFT modules to in this whole process. I think it's easy to understand the blockchain's usage, but you may wonder why NFT. What is usage of NFT here? Yeah, so for NFT, it can actually help the multi-dimensional data modeling and the data storage. So in this case, NFT can help to create multi-dimensional modeling for the companies of their carbon credits, and also to authenticate this kind of the actions, their whole like data, because we also introduced some privacy computing service and also technologies doing this related based on the NFT data. So so companies can choose some of the fields in the data could be just be privacy could be protected by this kind of the privacy computings. And so this solution also like won some prizes in this carbon neutrality and the green finance. Like in last month, the Nanjing Innovation Week in China, this solution also received the top prize award for these kind of solutions. So back to your question. So we believe that based on blockchain, based on the NFT, we could provide our help to help this this kind of the climate change.
Yeah, so I think I think what we're seeing here really, and the work that you're leading, particularly in the enterprise sector, is a much stronger real world requirements driven building of blockchain applications and solutions that take into consideration things such as privacy, which is important within the context of corporate environments. But also then leveraging the openness and the decentralization and all of the other features of the blockchain. And so if we kind of pull this all together into maybe a question or some insight or mind shift that we can kind of take home from this conversation, what can make people do things differently? What would be your take-home message?
Yeah, I think the one takeaway for this for today's show, I think it is that it's still about NFT. That I suggest that we should notice that NFT is not only about the crypto arts about the digital collectibles and also the metaverse. We are really, which is really popular recently. But NFT, I think, is more infrastructure level based on the blockchain because it can handle complex data on the chain. So NFT, I think it's as an infrastructure which could be used together with many different kinds of the technologies like the cross-chain protocols and privacy computing, privacy protecting, and also the DID. I think which a lot of we have the together with collaborations with the XO. I think later on. So for example, like the combined with the cross-chain technologies, NFT could be cross-chain transfer to support better global finance trade. And I think so. As a result, I think NFT can be used in many ways, like the green finance I mentioned before, and also other on-chain assets. So we can potentially to change our life and change the world.
That's great. That's well said. So we have this idea of NFTs as impact tokens, and those impact tokens being able to generate a whole new economy, the tokenized impact economy. And if we're bold in our vision about what can really change the state of the world in big ways, it's really about the tokenized impact economy becoming the mainstream economy, where we are able to track what's changing, we're able to verify the changes, and we're able to value the outcomes that are achieved from the investments and mechanisms that are put in place, whether it's by corporates or civil society, governments. And really, it's this kind of coordinated action and our ability to finance and then verify and make accessible these outcome states that that really we all want. We want improvements in the state of the world. So this is really the game-changing thing. And we look forward to the collaboration with IrisNet within the Interchain Sustainability and Regenerative Finance Ecosystem Initiative. And I'd like to really thank you for your time today. Hope to speak to you again in the not too distant future.
Thank you.